Hello everybody, Skippy Gamer here. Welcome to my video review of... Love this song. In this part of the game. Dragon Ball Z, Boo's Fury. I love this song! Okay, before I begin, I really want to apologize for waiting this long. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I made a video involving me debating something on Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. I explained why there, but in case you didn't see it, I'll explain it again. The reason why it took this long is I was lazy for one thing, but another reason is I gave a private message to two YouTube users I know that are good friends of mine actually. Which is... Here, hold on. My two friends are Goodgis30 and K-Harmony. If the cap on the H isn't supposed to be there, sorry bro. I private messaged them both asking... Okay, I watch the anime too, but I don't watch them in order. I watch them by clips, or maybe just see episodes, like, out of order. So I don't really go in order through the series. But I asked them... With this in mind, I asked them, like, which was the first episode on where this game takes place on. They did not respond, and I'm guessing they're either busy or the messages I sent them never got through, or something else. But if they're listening, it's fine. You don't have to apologize or anything. But either way, I'd say last week or so, the week before the last week of March. I'd say from there, I was like, okay, that's that. I'm gonna try to find it now. So I looked, and I looked at the episodes, and yeah, I got what I wanted. Alright. Check out their channels. They're good at what they do. And he has a gaming channel, too, called K-Harmony Games, if I recall. Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury is the third game in the Legacy of Goku series, which I did not know was a third game in the series. And by the way, it does have a multiplayer, but I never really did get to do it. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to find another review if you want to know how good the multiplayer is. I imagine it's good. Okay, let's start with the story. Okay, before I begin, I like to say, for this story, I'm gonna compare how good this game follows up to the original anime. That's why I asked my two friends what episodes this whole game started on. That's why. So that's what my score is going to be in this review. The story of this game takes place through all the seasons of Majin Buu, which takes place after the season of the battle against Cell, which includes Goku's death and stuff like that. But we take place after that in all the seasons of Goku. We take place in Snake Way, and we head to Grand Kai's palace or something for a tournament. Now, here's something I thought was interesting. I'm assuming episode 200 is the beginning of the Majin Buu season. If I'm not, correct me. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't mind. No swearing when you do that, please. And don't call me dummy. Alright. I may have to look at Wikipedia or something, because they have a list of it. But if this is like in the Majin Buu season, because it didn't look like it from when I saw footage of the episodes, but either way. So at first, this school episode right here, I saw this episode first on episode 200, and I thought this moment and this moment was out of order, never occurred in the order we see them in the game, and I was frustrated. Like, seriously? Okay, I'm gonna give it a 1 star for not following up good. A 1 star also meaning that, well, there's another reason, but I'll get to that in a moment. But well, sometime later, I'd say the next day, I went on YouTube, looked at some episodes before that, and I was proven wrong. This took place before it. But I want to say that this whole thing took place at, like, the final episodes of Cell's of the season against Cell, like after Cell's death, but before the Majin Buu season began? I want to say so, but let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. Okay, a lot of licensed games don't really follow up with the anime all that good every single time. However, a lot of licensed games try, but they don't really always succeed. Either they do it completely terribly or partially do good. And I thought this would make an exception. But a lot of the things in this game that follow up with the anime, it doesn't 100% follow up with the anime, like where each person is at the time, or there's just a lot of stuff that don't really make it connect, and that's really a downside. So a lot of the lines they said are from the anime, as you can see, but that doesn't mean it's connecting to it. Like from here. I remember seeing on YouTube of a recording of this episode that Goku was like pushing King Kai through Snake Way, you know, excited about everything and stuff, but right here it doesn't happen. And I remember, hang on, they instant transitioned all the way to King Yama's spot, but through all that, you have to walk there. No instant transmission. That doesn't follow up that good, I'd say. No way. So, all in all, it tries to have events the same, like on what kind of situation happened here and there, but it really doesn't like fit in that good. If people want the comedy from the anime, just see the anime. When I found out that the episodes before episode 200 actually connected the part where Goku was in Snake Way, I thought that wasn't like in the Majin Buu season at all, and that took place like after Gohan went to school or something. But since I found out wrong from what I researched of the story, I decided to give it 2 stars in the end. So, man, another licensed game bummer. Okay, let's head to music. The music's, of course, like any licensed game would, the music tries to add up with the original source, which this one's trying to follow up with the anime. And they do good in certain songs, although music's like this song right here is a bit boring to me, honestly. And I couldn't decide whether to give it 3 stars or 2 stars, with some songs that really aren't that good and stuff, or boring. Of course, some of them do follow up with the anime, but that doesn't mean it's good. So, I was thinking of giving it 2 stars or 3 stars. But there were some tracks that kept me away from keeping it to 2 stars. Some sound effects and some music. For instance, this song right here. One of the songs that really interested me was this. I just like hearing the song from this game. I'm not sure if I would get into it if I see the anime or something. I don't know why, I just really like it. Seriously. Good work, creators of the game. Also, at the end of it explaining what happened, after explaining the legacy of Goku 2, they play the title with a nice little tune with a creepy sound effect. Yeah, that sound effect with the song. I like it. I mean, I know it's playing in this chapter right now, but I just like it playing in that title thing other than this chapter, including with Majin Buu going ee. It just I don't know why. It's just a little touch in that rhythm I really like. Okay, oh yeah, there was. Also, the moment that gets played here, the cutscene of the tournament in Otherworld, yeah, that was an awesome song too. It's not my top favorite, but hey, it's a good one. I like it. That was funny. Just walk up, bang! For the sound effects, they tried to keep up with the anime, but I'm not really focused on the sound today. But it is good. I mean, they try to, and sometimes they fail, sometimes they don't. But either way, with all this and the music, I'm gonna give it 3 stars. This was the last thing I graded before I started recording this today. True fact. Alright, next is graphics. What's a video game without graphics? Well, if we look back at Pong, I'm sure it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm getting off track, am I? Well, as you would expect, they tried to keep up with the same. They tried to keep the design from the anime, and with the Game Boy Advance, it's quite obvious that they succeeded and didn't succeed. If you notice very well, you don't really see the mouths of any of the characters in this sort of 3D plane, although in the pictures they really did go into detail in the eyes and stuff as best as they could. In big objects, wow, I didn't notice a plane till now, but they really made big detail. But the character sprites, yeah, it's not fully direct. But they tried. I mean, you gotta remember, this is a Game Boy Advance game. It's not like the 3DS we all know nowadays. I still want the 3DS XL! The new 3DS XL! Sorry. Okay, I guess he has a mouth. The lucky guy. And so do the Kais! Okay, well, Goku, you don't really see his mouth that much, but these guys do? Okay, now I'm jealous. So, without getting into detail, they try to go in depth in a lot of graphics and stuff to try to get with the anime, and the buttons like the L and R in that menu just a second ago, and stuff like that. So, yeah, they did pretty good for a Game Boy Advance game. With all this and more, I'm gonna give the graphics 3 stars. Oop, there it is. Now, for the most important thing a video game could ever have, gameplay. Like Kirby's Dream Land, it is fun. I mean, it's not fully at the potential of Kirby's Dream Land, but it is fun to mess around with. You can use the powers from the Dragon Ball Z series, like the original power, to, you guessed it, the Kamehameha. Ha, where would the series be without that? And we have Goku's instant transmission, but that one is a bit on the negative side. I mean, it is cool, but how it's used, sometimes I wish it was more depth, like you could have more freedom with it. What do I mean? Well, how I use the instant transmission is that first, once you press B to switch between powers, like the Kamehameha, the normal attack, the instant transmission, and any other powers. Then you hold down the B, the power button, and then you have to lock on to the chest, and then, ta-da! Now, it isn't really that bad, but the bummer is, you can't really do it anywhere else. I mean, you only have to lock on to things like chests and maybe some other stuff like that. So it's a bummer if you want to do like instant transmission from here all the way till you get to the other side of Snake Way, or you want to go here all the way this side of the road with Gohan. I mean, you can't do it like that anywhere else. You just have to do it on items you could lock on, like chests and stuff. I'm sure there are more, but the treasure chests are the only examples I have. Now, all you have to do, you can sprint, and I'm sure Legacy of Goku 2 did. If not, then what in the name of Mike wouldn't do that? All you have to do to sprint is to tap the arrow pad on the direction you're going twice to sprint. It's simple. And while you hold down the sprinted button, you could go left or right, or up or down if you're holding right, to instantly move like up and down while he's moving in the same direction. Although this does have a bummer. This does have a problem with me, actually. No, I like the sprint, but there was one bummer about it I didn't like. If you notice from that, when I went up in Snake Way, I could have held it down and sprinted up, but since I like to go with the sprint button, here, let me do an example. Okay, follow me. Say I hold down the right button and sprint as the way we sprint. while I hold down the right button, I can press the up and down D-pad to move left or right while I go to the same direction. However, if I press up and let go of the right button, I go back to walking. Even if I hold down the up, I have to tap the up again twice to sprint up. Now, that's kind of a fluke to me. Okay, it's not really a fluke. I'm probably sure it's how it's supposed to go, but it's still a bummer. Same goes for any other direction. You just have to hold down the arrow you've been holding down for the sprint. You let go once, even if you're trying to hold it down for going a different direction completely. Yep, you go back to walking. Unless you tap it twice every time you switch to a new arrow, which I guess could get annoying to certain people. The combat, of course the combat, is fun! You press A and tap A to attack, and whether you kick or use your fists will be random, but either way, it just does the same amount of damage, as far as I could tell. You can press B to use any powers you have up here. Press L, I believe, to switch what power supply thing you have. Like press L from here, you go to the Kamehameha. From the Kamehameha, press L and you could go to the instant transmission. And from the instant transmission, you could go back there. And vice versa if your character has different powers and stuff. But, of course, there is a power meter. You can't use it forever. Make sure to conserve your power. Your energy, as we would call in Dragon Ball Z. Because if it can run out, and it takes, and is very, very slow on building back up. So, don't waste it all. However, if you level up, all your health and power meter will charge up. This right here is your XP bar. Once it hits up top, like any other RPGs do, you level up. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Could you let me know in the comments what it does? Thank you. We'll get to that in a little bit. Is there anything else? Okay, the combat. Although there did become some flukes in here that became a bummer to me. A good example would be if you keep tapping the A button. Now, I guess the sprites have to be on timing on hitting the enemy. You know why? Because if you keep tapping rapidly, they can still hit you if the timing is not right. I mean, if you're tapping like rapidly and so fast, randomly, they can hit you if you're not careful. I mean, I'm not saying it's a big fluke like you could always get hit, but either way, it's still a bummer. Like, I could be tapping A through the whole time, where usually I can probably kill them in an instant, but they can still hit me. Same goes for running away from them. My advice, don't run away from a crowd. Enemies can hit you, and you can't really go through a crowd of them that easily. A good example would be this. If you're going back for something, and you want to just skip the enemies, too bad. Don't go through them, go around them. I tried to go past them this whole time, and yet I couldn't really pass them because they kept on hitting me. But either way, so just make sure you either go around them or you really kill them. That's the only way you're gonna get past them. Ah, got you in the face! In the face, man! One odd thing and a bummer is how to pick up items. In normal RPGs, if you just walk by them, you immediately pick them up. But not here. You have to press A to do it when you're on it. That's another bummer, but you know what? Once you get used to it, I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, there's something I want to get off my chest, but first I'm gonna go over the pause menu. All you have to do is pause, and you have your level up and stuff, objectives, and stuff like that, and that's where you equip. You equip your armor and stuff so you could have more power, stamina, whatever. And you have the option settings also, so you could turn the volume of anything and stuff, which is good. But now we got the pause out of the way, I'm gonna go over something I think is very silly. Okay, to get the idea of this, Goku is in Otherworld, which essentially is heaven in the Dragon Ball Z series. Okay, yeah, the universe of Dragon Ball Z to me is weird, but hey, once you get used to it, it'll be fine. Gohan, his son, which we play later from this point. Ow, you okay, bro? He's in Earth. Okay, if they're that far away, Goku's in heaven. Gohan, right here, is in Earth. Okay. He's got some armor, like a 1-ton armband and a boot. He's got that. The shops are good too, but here's my funny part. So Goku's in heaven, Gohan is in Earth. No matter how far they are, and they're not even in a party together. Look at that. That's what Goku has, all the way from heaven. And Gohan, from Earth, can take them off of Goku and put it on him. They're like 2 worlds apart from each other. And they're not even in like any sort of... They're not even near each other for this adventure. They're like 2 different worlds apart, and we can only play one of them at a time. How could Gohan from Earth take Goku's boots and armband off from heaven all the way down to him when he's dead? When Goku's dead. Okay, it's just that's something I thought was so stupid. I'm sorry, it was just so stupid. I found it funny also. I was like, what? How? Oh my gosh. Okay, I forgot to mention something in graphics also. The designs in this house, I so love. Look at that. From the chairs to the couch. It's so detailed and so colorful. I don't know why. I just love it. That's one art design of the Game Boy Advance I really like. Sorry, I forgot to mention. I should really have a script next time for this. Ooh, from Gohan and Goten's room also. Okay, the living room is much better. Now, there are some side quests you could do, and this could be throughout the entire game. So far there are 2 museums, each with a lot of exhibits missing. They explain why, no one stole them or anything. This is where you can find the first one, in the city. Once you find those, go back to the museum, and then give it back to whatever museum it belongs to. I recommend checking them both, and then give it back to them. In this one, there's 25 exhibits in all. And there's another museum also, so that's a side quest item. Have to find chests or something with boxes that contain exhibits for both 2 or more museums. So if you're interested in side quests, then you got one. Well, saying all of this and more, I decided to give the gameplay 3 stars. Hey, don't ask me anything. Hang on. Let me grade it. We're almost done with the review. In the end, and with all of this I said and more, I'm going to give this game 3 stars. With a silver medal. I'm sorry I never gone through the multiplayer. I forgot there was even one, and I never really had anyone I could play with. Like, my sister, I don't think she would get into this game, and I can do net play from viz.com, but I don't think I can. I don't think I know anyone from there. But I'm assuming the multiplayer is fun, so if you want to know the multiplayer, go ahead and research some other review or something. But either way, this is my score. Okay, what is it? You're gonna ask me something, so what is it? Well, that's very easy. Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Oh my gosh, I so want that game I want that to be my first game of Dragon Ball Z I ever own. Okay, I was aiming towards letting that be my first game of Dragon Ball Z I ever play, but you know what? According to this review of me playing this, well, that mission's failed. But it's fine, that was my choice. By the way, guys, in the comments, I want to give this guy a name, and I want to keep him in the series, but I wouldn't mind giving him, like, a proper name. So, in the comments, let me know any sort of name you'd like me to call him, like, a name we could call him, instead of audience. Because that's, like, a lot of people saying that, or someone in the audience saying that, but I wouldn't mind just being a single person annoying me. He's annoying. So, in the comments, if you have a name, just give it to me straight. So, and I'll decide which one at the end. If I need votes or something, then I'll let you know. But so far, I don't think so. Wow, really? What is it? Yeah? Could we? That's personal. I want to keep that to myself. But I prefer you calling me Josiah. Hey. You're lying. You don't remember your name, do you? I thought so. So, in the comments, give him a name before he humiliates himself again. Oh, don't give me that look. That's a fake, is it? Okay, those are tears. I'm so sorry, man. Hey! I'm gonna get you back. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to like my video, subscribe to my channel, no swearing in the comments, tell friends and family about this channel, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. And please give us a name for that guy, that annoying guy. I'm gonna get him back. I am. I swear. I know you did. And I swear, I will. Yeah. I forgot to mention, this is your meter. When this fills up and this fills up, you could become Super Saiyan. Alright, see ya.